the Gap, and I am still in beautiful Barbados. Now, it's still sizzling hot. The topic is still the COVID numbers. Anyways, in my last episode, I promise you I will share my experience from Toronto to Barbados. So here I go. All right, I left Toronto December 9. There are protocols in place, and if nothing has changed since that time, this is the process. Now, there is a link that takes you to the Barbados Immigration Custom Form. It can be accessed at travelform.govbb. That is travel, TRAVEL, form, FORM.GOV as in Victor, BB as in beautiful Barbados. That form takes you to the custom form, as I mentioned. It says, "Welcome to Barbados Online Immigration Custom Forms. A series of questions you are required to complete." You have to complete every question or you will not be allowed to submit the form. So, it starts off by asking you your flight details. Are you coming by air, by sea, the flight number, etc. Then it takes you to a question that says, upload the biodata page of passport. I confess I had no idea what that meant, but BIO should have been an indication. It simply means upload the page of your passport with your photo and all the details, where it was issued, the expiry date, etc. Now, I had no idea how to do that. I kept scanning the passport, but it wasn't connecting to my computer. So, like when you are in an exam and you don't know one question, you move to the next. But I also got clean bold at that question. Because that question said, are you in possession of a negative COVID-19 PCR test from an accredited lab taken within 72 hours of travel to Barbados? So, that form has to be completed. Okay, let me start again. So that form says, are you in possession of a negative COVID-19 PCR test from an accredited lab taken within 72 hours of travel to Barbados? So, that test has to be taken 72 hours prior to departure. Not 96, not 48, 72. I took mine on the 5th when it should have been taken on the 6th. And let me tell you, it came into play when I got to Toronto. So you're also required to upload that test. So you are required to have the results of your COVID-19 test. All right. Again, I already had my test results, negative, but I wasn't sure how to do that. So I got frustrated and went to my bed. All right, the next morning I was told what I had to do was take a picture of the passport page as well as the picture of the test, send them to myself, to my personal email address, and from there attach them. That worked. Easy peasy. Now you go on and the form will ask you, the questionnaire will ask you, have you come in contact with anyone that, was COVID-19 positive, etc. You fill in all those questions. Like I said, you cannot hit submit if you skip any of the questions. The last section will ask you for a phone number, a contact phone number. Now on the form it says 246, so I thought I had to put a Barbadian number. No, you have to put your own cell phone number or any number you will be using when you get to Barbados. It also asks for an email address. Again, I gave my sister's email address in Barbados, and the confirmation went to her. No, you have to give your own personal email address so that when you hit submit, the confirmation comes to you, and you need that confirmation. This is what it says. Please find enclosed your Barbados Online ED form receipt for the trip Air Canada AC, and it gives you the flight number, destined to Grantley Adams International Airport, Barbados. Please download and save receipt to your mobile device or print for your records. You will need to present these documents to Barbados Immigration and Barbados Customs. Now let me tell you, you also need that confirmation when you get to Toronto International Airport. Make sure you've printed a copy or you've saved it to your phone. Personnel at Air Canada were very vigilant. You could not get into queue if you didn't have a copy of this. So either the printed form or on your telephone where they can access it. They scan the barcode and then you move on to the next area, which is the kiosk where you can download your baggage claim tag, your your boarding pass and all that. Well, I had all that from my computer. I was able to do that. Had it all ready. Everything is computer. Everything is technology. From there, once you have your baggage claim, all that stuff, you're directed to the conveyor belt. Now, there is not a lot of personnel. I know we think it's because of COVID, but this has been happening prior to COVID. Everything is robots, computer. The conveyor belt is a task master. When you put your suitcase on that conveyor belt, it must be, your suitcase has to be at the allotted weight. If it's 50 pounds and it says 55, the conveyor belt is not moving. Your suitcase just stays there. As a Barbadian, as a country person, the only thing I could think of, now let me tell you, that conveyor belt is a hard task master. If your suitcase is not the weight it should be, it just stays on the conveyor belt. I saw it happen, and all I could think of as a person from the country was one of those cane lorries packed with canes and unable to negotiate a steep hill. Just stuck. So you have to take the suitcase off. There's a scale right there. You weigh, take whatever out that is making it overweight, 1 item, 2 items, you put it back on the conveyor belt. If it's now at the weight, it sails along, smooth sailing. A second suitcase will cost you $50, which you can pay prior to leaving home. Use your credit card. The computer will issue your receipt for that payment. A third suitcase will cost you $253 or $235, I can't remember. That's Canadian dollars. No matter what the size, a third suitcase. So pack wisely. Okay. So I told you this form is needed, and then off you go to board that plane. Now let me tell you, because I was traveling during the pandemic time, I thought it would be a light flight, one person at the window, one person at the aisles. No, siree, Bob. It was a packed flight. 3 people per row. Everybody was wearing their masks. Some of us was doing double duty, mask and face shield, and so we started off on our flight. Now, my plan was not to touch anything on that plane. So, I just sat there and played games on my phone all the way. Well, almost all the way. Maybe half an hour before the flight was due to land, my smartphone said, turn on your battery saver. Turn on your battery saver. Well, that was a day late and $1 short. Because when we were about to land, my phone just shut down. DED, dead. It was at this point that I realized I had not printed off the copy of my COVID test results. So we disembarked. There's a lady sitting there with a computer, and she's asking every passenger for a copy of that COVID test, the results. So there I am. I don't have the copy. My phone is dead. Everybody's going by, and she's saying to me, you have to find that phone. Now, luckily for me, I had traveled with my computer. So I thought, let me access the form on my computer. I don't need the phone. Surprise, surprise, let me tell you, I never take this computer from home. So when they were saying to me, try to access the Wi-Fi, I had no idea how to do that. Anyways, I'm surrounded by personnel now in the lobby, and everybody is trying to help me. Everybody is trying to help me find a Wi-Fi button or whatever you call it. I'm a pen and paper person, sorry. Anyways, one guy saw the phone and said, well, use the phone. But I said, it's dead. He wanted to know how the phone could be dead, so, well, sir, my fault. Anyways, 2-3 hours, we were able to access the phone with help from all those helpful people, the clipboard people, I call them. Very friendly, very helpful. But let me tell you now, when I was finally able to pull up that when I was finally able to access that COVID test result, it was under scrutiny. The guy said to me, I believe he was the doctor who finally administered the COVID test to me. He said, oh, it says the 5th. They should have been on the 6th. So I explained that I was told chances are I wouldn't get it back in time for the 9th if I did it on the 6th. So err on the side of caution and take it on the 5th. Nope. It was not within the allotted time frame, so it was not acceptable. Well, you know me, I'm arguing, I'm putting up a fight, all pleasant, and I'm saying this is what I was told. So he continued to scrutinize that test. And then he said, it says RNA. It does not say PCR. In Barbados, we need a PCR test, which, if you recall, that's what it said on the immigration form. But all I know is it was negative, and it was taken at one of our pharmacies there. So as far as I was concerned, it was good to go. No, it was declared null and void. And I was told I had to do the test right there at the airport. So with that, I was escorted to immigration, had to show my passport. From there, back to the section where I was going to get the test. But you know, Barbadians, very hospitable. I was told I would be entitled to a complimentary dinner. Did I want fish or chicken or something else? Well, Bajan that I is, I opted for the fish, but we're waiting. And while we're waiting, the nurse said to us, here's this form. It was myself and my sister. My sister's COVID test was accepted because it was done on the right day. Now, let me tell you, I also had a second test, also negative, from one of the hospitals in Toronto, but I could not find it on the computer. So, it's not there. They're not taking my word. So we were told we were going to the hotel, we would be there, and every day we had to take our temperature twice a day, in the mornings between 7 and 9, in the evenings between 5 and 7. There was a number on that form that we were supposed to call, I believe, every day. So, this is what I call BYT, BYOT. Bring your own thermometer. You are going to need it if you are in isolation or doing quarantine time at a hotel. I don't know for Paragon, because I didn't go to Paragon. I stayed at a hotel for 4 days. All right. So then after that, Trevor, very nice gentleman, came by and confirmed that yes, we were entitled to the complimentary dinner. Yes. So a nice young guy, Trevor, came by and confirmed that yes, we were entitled to the complimentary dinner. And did we want the fish, as stated earlier? Yes, they brought it to us. Then the option of some tea, I opted for the ginger, because our grandparents always say, get a cup of ginger, break the air from your stomach, and they don't feed you on the planes anymore. So everything was nice and tasty. Could be a bit hotter, but this is 3 hours after we landed. Anyways, ate the dinner, and then the doctor approaches, time for your test. So I remove my mask, remove my face shield, and I'm getting ready for him to put the swab out my nose. But it's like, no, you have to do the throat. So I am taken aback, because in Toronto they just did the nostrils. Then I'm thinking I just had fish, no time to gargle, no time to brush. But it's like, yes. So bam, down the throat, one nostril, second nostril, shake my head, bit uncomfortable, but it was done. Then we were told, please come identify our luggage. The taxi was here. We got into that massive vehicle. It was myself, my sister, another lady, another couple, white couple. We all had to pay $30 each. We were destined for hotels in Christchurch. 3 different hotels, but we all ended up paying $30 US. Pet peeve, I'm coming from Canada. I get paid in Canadian money. Not sure why we were being asked for US. Anyways, luckily my sister had it. We paid it, and we headed to the hotel. Now, we got to the hotel. I have to stop here for a minute because I have to get my stuff. Yes. Bring your own thermometer. Got to the hotel. We're checking in. We were given this red band. It was applied to our wrist. We were told not to remove it. We are getting the red wrist. We're getting the red band. We are getting the red band because we're high. We're getting the red band because we are coming from. We are getting the red band because we are coming from a high-risk country. Oh, never thought I'd hear those words about my beloved Canada. But yes, they were applied to our wrist, and I'm just putting it on to let you see that once it's on, it's not that easy to take off. I know some people took theirs off, they probably clipped it off. I was able to keep mine whole because I'm a collector. I'm keeping this, and I tried to take it off like this, but I got it off with a lot of effort. So, you were given the wristband. And then I made the mistake of asking for the dining room, thinking about breakfast the next morning. Well, the guy at the front desk went ballistic. Well, the guy at the front counter went ballistic. He said, "You are to stay in that room for the next 3-4 days. If you are caught outside this room, if you are caught on the streets, you will be arrested and put in jail." That was enough for me. So when I'm hearing about tourists contravening the protocols and leaving the hotel, I have no idea how that happened, because I felt like we were in solitary confinement for those 3 days. Maybe they were self-imposed. I don't know what would have happened if we had made an effort to leave the room. But we were in that room for 3 days. We were warned that we were not to leave the room. If we wanted anything to eat, we were supposed to call room service. Room service would bring whatever we ordered, but we were not supposed to leave that room. So that's basically what we did for the 3 days. We were also told if we had relatives that could bring us lunch, breakfast, dinner, that was an option, but they would have to leave it at the front desk and someone would bring it to our rooms. So again, I am totally surprised that other people were able to leave their rooms and go gallivanting all over the place. All right, so we're taking our temperature every day. We're trying to call that number, but we're getting a recording. The box is full. The box is full, so we were not able to leave messages. So maybe if that's a problem, that's when people took it upon themselves either to leave or do whatever they felt like doing. Anyways, Wednesday evening, we're not hearing anything. So I called the front desk. I said, "We've been here since Wednesday evening. It's now Friday. I know we have to take a second test. What's happening?" He promised that someone would call us back. And yes, someone did. Now, I don't remember if it was the Friday evening or the Saturday morning that someone came and did the second test. It's at this point that we were told the test would cost us $300. That was 300 Barbadian dollars for myself and my sister. $300 each, and we were taken by surprise because we were not aware that we would be charged that money. Well, we didn't have it. We're in a hotel for the last 3 days. So we were given the option of paying the money when we were checking out. Well, I protested that $300 because, as I said, we had not planned for that money or for that test. Afterwards, the doctor said, "Oh, we could have gone to Paragon, but chances are we would not have gotten the test back right away, and she could not guarantee when we would get the results." So okay, the test was already done. We owed the $600, and that was it. So I believe the Saturday morning around 11, we got the results, both negative. We were free to go, and we were sent a clearance certificate. So I don't remember why I called the front desk, but I said, "We are checking out." And they said, "No, it doesn't work that way. We need a copy of your clearance certificate." So what we did is we sent a copy, we emailed a copy to him. 10 minutes later, called back, confirmed he'd received it, and we were good to go. So I have no idea how other people were able to get out, go about the place, and do as they like. But let me tell you, we were under heavy matters. So that's it for now. I think I've covered everything. So yes, bring your own thermometer. That test will cost you $300. I was told after I could have gone to Paragon. I would have gotten 3 square meals a day free of cost. My test would have been free. So next time, if there's a next time, I will definitely be doing Paragon. So bring your own thermometer. $300 for your test. If you're at a hotel, probably choose something with a kitchenette where you can do your own cooking or have your relatives bring stuff. That's it. Mask, your hand sanitizer, print off everything and have it with you, or make sure your phone is fully charged if you've saved them to your phone. That's it for now. See you next time on The Gap. That's it for now. See you next time on Up the Gap. And yes, masks are mandatory here.